The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Okay guys, please confirm audio video all fine before we start this new journey by typing yes in the question box. Thank you for the confirmation. Let's move ahead. So let me tell you something about this new journey and what is going to be the benefit of that in your career, in your job, in your project. So for that purpose, let's have a business meeting with the client and let us see what they're saying. So the client with which we had a meeting, we had discussion in the demo, the same company, and the meeting is getting started. So in this case, let us see what they are saying and what is the requirement. So the meeting started. The demo client. So client is saying, guys, we need some help from your side and some facilities. We are having our table where we are entering business data. Table name is dice.com job form. But in that table, we are having thousands of records and around 20-30 departments are present in that table. So the requirement is sales department wants to see, in fact, every department wants to see only limited and specific data, not all. We don't need to see all records. For example, sales department wants to see only 40 records, 40. 40 records out of 1000 records. HR department only 65 out of 1000 records. Finance department needs 290 records out of 1000 records. Like this, we need. But they don't want to see all the records because it's not related to them. Related to them, only few records are available in the database. So let's log into Salesforce and let me show you here what exactly they are looking for. For that purpose, I am going to log into Salesforce and then what customer is looking for, let us see. Whenever you guys see this kind of message, remember for that particular 30 minutes, Salesforce will be not available. But anyways, that is about 10th June. So let's move ahead by pressing on got it and come to this page. Now we are in this page. So our main interest area is lightning Let's go to Lightning by pressing on this switch to Lightning experience. After that, we are here in this page where we are working on sales application, our by default application. Let me click on this 9 dot and select our application, dice.com. It is loading, so please wait for a few seconds and then it will start working. Okay, now let me click on this dice.com and imagine in this table we are having hundreds of records. Imagine in this table we are having hundreds of records and HR department want to see only 10 record, marketing department only 25, and finance department let's say 65. Not all, not all. So this facility we don't have in Salesforce by default. And what we can do in that case, let me tell you. And this kind of requirements are quite common in the Salesforce projects. So the solution for this is list view. Solution is list view. What it will do, list view will create different lists to show different records to different users in the office as per the name. Inside users, we can say departments in the office. So how to show different records to different departments that will be taken care by list view. So let us work on that. For this, please note by default we have two lists and they are standard lists. And let me show you what are those. See, by default, if you see, you are getting two lists. Just click on this arrow, two lists. One is all, one is recently viewed. All means it will show all the records. Anyways, right now, whatever we have, it's showing. And if you click on recently viewed, then whatever recently you have accessed, recently you have seen, those only will come into the picture. So this way it will work. But these are by default, plus it's not enough. It is not enough. So we need something more customized. And let us see how we can do it. And we will do some hands-on also on that in some time. Before that, let's try to understand the answer of this question. So please note the benefits are by default when we click on any tab of any object, it will show only recently seen records. It will show only recently seen records and but we cannot see any conditions. on those, or we cannot mention which type of records we want to see, or we cannot set any conditions also, like only specific records we want to see. No, we cannot do that. It's not possible. We cannot do that. Okay, so that is the issue. Point number two, custom list view allows us to show only specific data. We can see only specific information. Plus, we can create multiple list views to show different information for different departments that we will see very soon. So we can create multiple list view. So for HR department, different list view, finance department, different list view. We can do like this. Also, we can change owner of records using list view in short time. That also we will see shortly. We can take printout of our records for offline usage. That also we will soon check them. So let's proceed now and let's see how we can do it. And please note that Salesforce is giving us by default list views, but we cannot depend on that. These are the by default list view, but we cannot rely on that. They are not complete, or let's say they cannot give you complete solution in our project. That's all. So if standard list views are not enough, then what we should do? Then what we should do? Correct. If standard list views are not enough, we should try for custom list view. Correct. So let's go for custom list view and let us talk about the requirement of customer, where customer is saying we would like to see a list view for which or by which we can see records from UK, experience less than equal to 5, means candidates from UK. So country of candidate should be UK, experience of candidate less than equal to 5, and experience of candidate more than equal to 0. Such records only our staffing client want to see. Little modification. Such records only our staffing client wants to see. Our staffing client wants to see, that we discussed in the demo. Okay. So we need to prepare some solution for them. Let us see how we can do it. For that, I'll do one thing. First of all, I will create some fields in my table. So let me click on this shortcut, wrench icon, gear icon, and then last option, edit object. Then in the left hand side, I will click on fields and relationship. Then I will click on new button. First of all, I will create a pick list called as country pick list. Next, country, enter value, India, USA, UK, Canada, Australia, etc. And next. Visible and next. And save and new. Because one more field I will create, that is experience, which is going to be a numerical value. Click on next. Type your experience. Experience will be 2 digits, so that's fine. Click on next. Visible for all. Click on next. And after that, click on save. So the required fields are ready. Now come to this page like a customer. Refresh the page. Click on new button. And those two options are available. Now after this, let us proceed. And let's do something in this where I'm going to add some record, and here we will proceed for some records. So I'll do one thing. I'll create some 2 3 records. Let's say Ajay, country equal to UK, experience equal to 7 years or 8 years, save and new. Vijay, country equal to let's say UK and experience equal to 2 years, and save. So we have some multiple records, and I hope you remember customer said that they're looking for candidate where experience less than 5 and experience more than 0, something like that, equal to 0, like that. And if experience is more than 5, then not required, like this. So now guys, here let's proceed and let's create a separate list for this requirement of UK. For that, you can click on this tab. Then you can here, if you want to create some list like this by default list all recently viewed, you also want to create, then here is a new button. Click on new button, and after that, sorry, not this, here, this, here, this button. Let me just point out this one. As soon as you click on that, you will see a new button here. Click on that, and it will give you a chance to create a new list view where you can give a name. Let's say for example UK candidates list. API name you can leave it like that, and as of now you can select I want to see the list view for myself, not for all or not for selected people, only I want to see that. Okay, and click on save. Now please note, after this Salesforce will ask you, if you remember customer said that they want only specific records in UK, not all, not all, not experience with 20 or 35, right? Only specific records. So what to do? So please note, we need to add some conditions. Then only it's going to work. So whatever conditions are, I hope you remember. Please note, read this. We saw this before a few minutes. Experience less than equal to 5 and experience more than equal to 0 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this range only experience should be present. So let's do it. How you can do it? If you see the right hand side, there is a filter section. And if you can't see by default, the way I got by default, no problem. If you click on this button, it will also come, no problem. So if it is something like this, don't worry, click on the right side button filter and you can see this. Where you can click on the add filter button and start adding all the conditions. Where condition number 1 is country must be UK. Done. Add filter. Experience greater than equal to 0. Add filter. Experience less than equal to 5. Done. That's it. Okay. And after that, please note we are going to click on save button. As soon as you will do this all rules and regulations will apply on these records, and it will show you only those records where the condition is matching. That's it. So this way you can create a list view as per the requirement of the customer. And like this multiple list view also you can create, that anyways we are going to do shortly. Multiple types of list view. Sometimes they will ask you this question, how many list views filters we can add per list view, or how many filters we can add. So if you see in our case, we can see 1, 2, 3 filters are there. The right hand side you can see 3 filters right hand side, such around 10 approximately we can create, and these numbers Salesforce will keep on changing time to time, so it's not fixed, it will change time to time. You just need to keep yourself up to date through the Intellogics WhatsApp group to understand what new things are coming in Salesforce. But easily up to 10 you can create, which is enough even for the big project. And also keep in your mind, for your job, if you create a list view in Classic, it will be available in Lightning. If you create in Lightning, will be available in Classic. And now guys, whatever knowledge we got in last 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes, we will be planning now a live evaluation workshop, because from experience of previous projects of Intellogic, we have seen for every object approximately 20 to 40 list views we have created for a client. And I'm sure same will happen with you also in your job. And that's why you need to be very clear in building the logic and building the filter. And please note in the list view formation. Okay. So this topic knowledge plus logic is going to be essential for your job. Logic also you need. Okay. So let's proceed and let's start the live workshop. Through this live workshop, please note you are going to be working as the admin here, and I am going to give you a requirement like a manager or BA, and this performance of yours will help us in your profile makeover, without which job is almost impossible. That already I told you in the demo. Now let me give you some work. Before we proceed for this activity, we have some prerequisite for which you can take 2-3 minutes of time. First of all, don't create any new application, new object, whatever we have since demo, use that. But be ready with some fields called as first name, experience, preferred country, like this. These 4 list of values are enough. Also create language known where 3 list of values should be there. All above must be there in your org, but create new one also, joining date, which is called as a date field, and this way you complete and be ready in next 2-3 minutes. Please proceed. One minute gone, 2 minutes pending. And last 1 minute. Okay, now guys, it's time to move ahead because time is done. If anyone is not available with the laptop, anyone is outside or whatever is the situation, you can do it later also after this session. That's not a problem because this activity will continue in the next session also. Okay, now guys, let's now here see requirement number one, or in fact, one more prerequisite where we need to create some records in the table for candidates with skill Salesforce Java .NET. Minimum three records you create. Candidates with country USA, UK, Australia, India. Minimum four records you create. You can also create a combination like this, which will cover like below. Candidate combination like below, which will cover all needed conditions. For example, you compulsory need a record with USA and Australia and UK and Java and .NET, right? So simply create the combination of Salesforce USA, .NET UK. That's also fine. But cover all these values so that we can have a kind of a task where we will be having some task on this that will be helpful. So please proceed again 1 2 minutes extra and create such kind of records so that you will have India record also, Java record also, .NET record also, UK record also. Simple task. Any one record with Salesforce value enough. Any one record with USA value enough. Any one record with Salesforce USA combination, that's also enough. Your wish. How you would like to do, but all values should be available. Okay, time is up. So let's move ahead. Now, guys, it's time to proceed for the action. Whatever data we have, by using that data, we are going to start the work. Now, what we need is, so please note here, as per the requirements, you can mention this records with any random data. Similarly, any random first name, country, and also any joining date. That's also fine. And this is as good as simply adding any record with any combination, something like that. Country equal to some combination, some values, some dates. Simple, that's it. Like multiple records you need to create. There is nothing difficult in that. Anyways, let's move ahead now. Now, guys, the workshop will be in the interview format where I will tell you the requirement like a BA, like a manager, and you have to tell me what option point number one or answer number one. How many filters or how many conditions you will mention. Second, what is the filter logic? That also you are going to mention to me. Now wait, let me show you that UK example and let me show you how we have done that. Just wait. See, go to the UK example. Let me click on this and select here UK candidate list. So in the right hand side, you can see filter where we have three conditions: country equal to UK, experience equal to or greater than 0, experience less than equal to 5. Okay, and at the bottom, the new thing is filter logic. Now, this is something we have seen in the school mathematics and or. If you want all the records, means all these conditions should be correct, then keep and between them. If you want any one condition also find to be correct, put or inside that. We saw this in the school mathematics, right? So like this you need to put your combination. Right now everything is compulsory. Country should be UK and experience should be more than equal to 0 and it should be less than equal to 5. That's why keeping and. Like this you do, okay? So I need two answers from your side. How many filters and what filter logic you are using. And logic is a very important part of your IT career. So let's work on improvisation of your logic for your upcoming job. Before you start, you can create a list view with the name list for live workshop and do all the tasks in the same list view. Do all the tasks in the same list view. So please create the list view with this name. I created UK. You create list for live workshop. Now after that, let me tell you, once it is done, so now we have to work on requirement number one, where I have given you an example. Pay attention how to solve this issue. Let's say client asks to provide such candidates who are from USA with Salesforce skill. So how many filters? So I will ask you how many filters you will create, and you are going to say two filters. country equal to USA, language equal to Salesforce. Like this, you are going to tell. Then I will ask you, what is going to be the filter logic? Then you will say, it is going to be 1 and 2. Like this, you are going to say. Okay? So, this is going to be the work. And now guys, after this, we will work on the remaining requirement. And let me tell you one more time in advance. If you want to, if you want all conditions should be satisfied, then use and. If you want any minimum one condition to be satisfied, then please use or. Okay, this is something you need to keep in your mind, and as per that, you can proceed ahead. Okay, so let's start, and now let me give you one more work. This work, this work that we are going to do is going to be something like for 5 minutes approximately. Look at your screen, requirement is there, read it properly, and please start. Last 1 minute. Okay. Now guys, here let us see the filter. How many filters you have created or you will create for this requirement? Yeah, those who are giving answer equal to 3. Correct. 3 is enough. 3 is enough. Country equal to USA, language equal to Salesforce, and experience more than 10. That's it. So let's do it. Country equal to USA, and here language equal to Salesforce and experience greater than 10. See here. Country equal to USA, language equal to Salesforce, experience greater than 10. That's it. Now, what about filter logic? Here, what we should write? Yes. Remember the requirement and read the requirements carefully. Client is asking USA with Salesforce skill means USA also compulsory, Salesforce also compulsory. Otherwise, 10 plus and USA. And that's why our conditions will be 1 and 2, otherwise 1 and 3. 1 and 2, otherwise 1 and 3. And now, if I click on save, so I will only see those records which is going to match my requirement. You can see right now there is no record which is going to be matching our requirement. So let me create this, and here I will modify this list view name the way you guys are using the name. Same way we can use a name list for live workshop like that. So how can I do it? See, I can just click on this and rename this list view name. Instead of UK candidates list, I will mention something like this and save. So now I will do one thing. I will create a new record with USA and Salesforce, and see now it will come here automatically. Okay, so click on new record, new dice.com job form, and Peter, let's say, country equal to USA, experience whatever, but Salesforce compulsory, joining date whatever, doesn't matter here. Save. Now if I go to that list view, which is called as list for live workshop, so you'll see the latest record is coming because it's matching the condition. It is matching the condition. So anyone joined late today or was outside or something like that, or on the mobile, revise, repeat, practice one more time whatever we have seen today, and after that be ready for tomorrow session. Tomorrow will be the similar activity, and also be ready with any kind of questions and queries are there, because Q&A happens on Sunday, so you can note down your questions. So let's meet tomorrow, guys. If anything else is there, you can contact us, mail us, or WhatsApp. Let's meet tomorrow.